Next time you get your pay stub, I want you to look at this column right here. Social Security withholding. More than 14 cents out of every dollar on this line item goes to disability checks for people who are too sick or injured to work. That's 14 cents that isn't going to support you when you retire. Starting in 2002, a program called Ticket to Work was supposed to help at least some disabled Americans get back to work. But decades later, Ticket to Work is more like a ticket to nowhere. On a recent July morning, Tarnisha Averett did something that just a few years ago seemed impossible. She went to work.
Good morning, how y'all doing?
Tarnisha works as a driver and dispatch associate for Amazon in Manassas.
It's got me out here getting up in the morning and getting my life together.
10 years ago, Tarnisha was in and out of the hospital, battling the autoimmune disease lupus, with little choice but to go on disability, which paid her $425 a month.
The check that I was getting, I could barely pay for food. My credit cards was maxed out, I was in financial debt, I was mentally unstable in so many ways.
Last year, feeling physically stronger, Tarnisha wanted to get back to work, but she felt stuck.
I always thought that if I started working on Social Security, I wouldn't have no insurance, I wouldn't have no, my checks would stop.
That's when Tarnisha heard about Ticket to Work. The program is simple. People on Social Security disability can get job training, return to work, and still maintain their benefits for up to a year while they get back on their feet.
Good morning. As I was, able to keep my Social Security funds, work, also get paid for my job, however the case it was, and I was able to pay off all my debt, all my cars. I was able to retain a home. I was able to get a new car, and I live comfortably now.
According to the Social Security Administration's own numbers, 8.7 million Americans receive disability checks every month. Now, of those, 18.2%, or 1.58 million, in a survey back in January, said they see themselves making enough to work within the next 5 years. So why is that a big deal? Well, each one of these people costs the system over the course of a lifetime, on average, $309,000. So if 1.58 million people costing the system $309,000 each all go back to work, let's just say that adds up to a really big number.
You're talking about $400 billion in savings to the program.
Jim Alsup runs the employment agency that helped Tarnisha find a job through the Ticket to Work program.
That's the power that proves the program works. But we can't help the Tarnishas of the world unless they know about the damn program.
And that's the problem, Alsup says. According to the Social Security Administration's own surveys, 70%, some 7 out of 10 people on disability, either don't know about or don't understand the Ticket to Work program.
If there was an impact, it was very tiny compared to what expectations were.
Economist David Stapleton spent years studying the nation's disability program and helped shape Ticket to Work.
About 0.8%, 0.8% of beneficiaries give up their benefits because of work.
0.8.
0.8%, yeah.
Is it fair to ask the question, does Ticket to Work work?
Yeah, I think it is fair to ask it.
For Tarnisha, the impact has been enormous.
Knowing that I'm bettering myself, it's a wonderful thing. The feeling is just amazing. I love it. Being self-sufficient, living comfortably, working through this program. That's it. Thank you guys. Has really changed my life.
And we should mention Jim Alsup's employment agency makes money moving people like Tarnisha off disability. The Social Security Administration tells 7 News it gives information about Ticket to Work to people when they go on disability and again after their first and second year on benefits. Some 282,000 people with disabilities are on the program. The question is, will more of them, will closer to 20% of them ever get on the program? For the 7 News I team, I'm John Barr, 7 News.